fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Done. 190.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Stop your whining.
To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And, look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
Mike.
Ready. Slack 22.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Check 3. Check 3. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Check safety. Check safety.
Easy. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ready. Black 25.
54 Mike. Hey, watch the slip.
Easy. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. One set. Check, Mike. 50. Let's go.
Jameis now on first down. The connection made. It's Graham. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Alert 3. Check 4. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Easy, easy, easy. Let him go.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Ready.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
5-0.
Mike, 55.
Easy, 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 easy. Hey.
We don't want this.
From the shotgun, it's Winston.
Watch the run.
And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
For mine. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
They run. This is Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Watch the curl. Check.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. From the 22, Cousins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Bears 0.
Silver.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Cousins now from the 50. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Good route here.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
First down, Vikings.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's been a long day for you.
Joker.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Cousins. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
53, Mike, 53. All day, every day, any day.
Lucky 48.
Check 37. Check 37.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Cousins now. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, first down, 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Mike Hughes.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that can really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Wait.
Hey, that's
Easy.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
I got him.
Following the interception, Winston. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Watch the ship. Check. Fresno.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Black 22.
Mike 5-4.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Showing it.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They run again on first down. Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
All right, now here we go. 26. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Throwing. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Winston now. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
25, check 25, check 25.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Easy. Kill.
Now Winston on 4th down. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, and keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, it's again to Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Hey, Haywood!
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
First down, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Cousins on 3rd and 2. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Push him back. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down, this is Madison, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 58 right there. Watch the run.
First down. Here's Cousins. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Watch the twist. Kill.
Now a run with Cook. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Watch the eye.
Last 50.
Watch out.
Yo.
Dudes.
What's that? Where's the hot?
They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it second and goal. Throwing his Cousins. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. Bailey's kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Kill.
The second down throw for Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Cousins completes it to the fullback Ham. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on on 2nd and 13. Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Cousins to throw it. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Not today, you won't. Not today.
They'll run with Cook. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Check 24. Check 24.
Hey, flipper.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and goal. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th. And
you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd down, Winston again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Jameis now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jameis again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting the...
Cook strip, the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point up and through, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, box truck. Gun.
We own them. We own them.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's mine.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready? White 25.
Mike 54. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Tighten up.
Green, triple T.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the... And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Bears 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, it's Cook. And some space here. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing here, Cousins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
You better be afraid of me. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
Switch.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Winston to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Easy, easy, easy.
Banjo. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Coming to you, coming to you.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
54 Mike. I got one, I got one.
Hey, watch that.
Here's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Get him, get him, get him.
Green, triple team.
SOS, 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 SOS.
Easy, 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 easy. Hey.
One last shot now for Winston. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't.